Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate wears the badge Ultimate proudly, and it is just. The insane amount of work involved, every character returning, and then there are the spirit battles. With over 1,300 current spirits and 1,000 of them being in the form of a battle, there are so many nods to the many franchises that my neck starts to hurt. But it's nearly impossible to understand every spirit battle reference, and why they are well thought out and fit that character. Some can be obvious, some are far more obscure. So I'm starting a new series, explaining every spirit battle. Each video will be a different franchise because doing one video for every spirit battle would be insane. There'll be no particular order in what franchises I do one after the other. Just depends on when I get all the footage, as many battles will be random on the spirit board. And I will only be covering the battles themselves, not spirits obtained through summoning and whatnot. Another thing to note, just assume, because it does apply 99% of the time, the costume the fighter is wearing is a nod to the spirit character in one form or another. Mentioning the costume looks like a Spiny over and over again will just get annoying. So let's swing right into all the Donkey Kong spirit battles. The Donkey Kong and Lady Spirit is represented by DK and an ally Peach on 77M, where the spirit originated from. It is a time stamina battle where DK has super armor, and if Peach loses, you lose, representing your failure to save her in the original Donkey Kong arcade game. The Donkey Kong Jr. medley plays during the fight. The Donkey Kong Jr. Spirit is represented by a tiny Donkey Kong as Donkey Kong Jr. and a giant Donkey Kong as the original Donkey Kong. You battle it out on Congo Falls, and you win if the tiny Donkey Kong is taken out. Their throws have increased power though. The Donkey Kong Jr. medley plays during this battle. The Stanley Spirit is represented by Villager. Stanley was the protagonist from Donkey Kong 3, and like Stanley, the Villager has a gust blower as the weapon, as Stanley has a bug spray gun. You battle it out on 77M with the Donkey Kong Jr. medley playing. The Cranky Kong Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong by battling out on Jungle Japes. Slumber 4 is activated, nodding to how Donkey Kong would slip into a nap while listening to Cranky. The opening to Donkey Kong Country plays. The Funky Spirit is represented by Captain Falcon, with DK and Diddy as his allies. On Captain Falcon works due to Funky and he wearing glasses, or well, helmet for Falcon in this case. Bullet bills litter the battlefield to emulate funky flights while Funky Fugue is playing. Fugue? I think that's how you pronounce it. The Candy Kong Spirit is represented by Bayonetta because obvious reasons. You battle it out on Congo Falls while banana peels appear, and Bayonetta has a banana gun to start. Her speed has also been upped while Mangrove Cove plays. The Swanky Kong Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Beast Balls Appear as a nod to Swanky's sideshow in Donkey Kong Country 3, a minigame where you would do a break the target competition with Cranky. Funky's Funge plays. I'm not going to pronounce that right at all, am I? The Wrinkly Kong Spirit, literally, is represented by an invisible Donkey Kong on Luigi's Mansion, a nod to how Wrinkly passed away between the events of Donkey Kong Country 3 and Donkey Kong 64. The gravity is messed up to make it feel like DK is floating like a ghost. The map page bonus level track plays. The Dixie Kong Spirit is represented with Isabelle and a Diddy, nodding to the pair's adventure in Donkey Kong Country 2. You battle it out on Jungle Japes with banana pails everywhere. The Lanky Kong Spirit is represented by 6 Diddy Kongs and banana items in mass. The battle takes place on Congo Falls while the butcher DK Rap plays. A nod because the DK Rap and Lanky Kong both premiered on Donkey Kong 64. The Tiny Kong Spirit has a tiny Diddy Kong for you to battle on Jungle Japes. It's timed with heavy winds and lower gravity to help showcase some of Tiny's abilities from Donkey Kong 64. The unlistenable version of the DK Rap plays in the background. The Chunky Kong Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Jungle Japes. Your punches and elbow strikes are increased, showcasing Chunky's raw strength from the game. In the version of the DK Rap I have obvious hatred towards plays in the background. The Rambi Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Congo Falls. As DK dashes, he will hit you and do damage, mirroring Rambi's ability to run through enemies in the Donkey Kong games. You battle it out with the jungle level music from Brawl. The On Guard Spirit has you facing down Corinne, who uses dash attacks that he favors, which is meant to represent the end of the swordfish itself. You battle it out on Great Bay, and your ability to swim is decreased significantly. You will also get damaged by Corinne's dash as well. The Ice Cave chant plays as you parry during the battles. The Squawk Spirit is represented by Duck Hunt in the Great Cave Offensive. The Great Cave is much like the mining levels in Donkey Kong Country 2, where Squawks appears. The battlefield is fogged up, also nodding to Squawk's appearance in the first Donkey Kong Country game in the level Torchlight Trouble, where he guided your way in the dark with a lamp. The timed battle has Ice Cave chant playing. The Espresso Spirit has you fighting Falco, a fellow bird on Green Hill Zone, a nod to Espresso's speed. The stage is slippery, as was Espresso's controls a bit, and Falco will favor his up special and descend slowly as Espresso used to do with flapping his wings in Donkey Kong Country. The map page bonus level music plays. The Winky Spirit is represented by fellow frog Greninja. You battle it out on Mushroom Kingdom U, as his jumps are higher like Winky's, and if Greninja falls on you, you take damage. A nod to how Winky would hop on his enemies. The hop music from Jungle Level Brawl plays. The Squirtle Spirit is represented by Diddy, as he debuted in Diddy's first headline game in Diddy's Conquest. You battle it out on Jungle Japes with your speed reduced. Ice Cave Chant plays in the background. The Rattly Spirit is represented by Yoshi on Congo Jungle. Yoshi will love to jump as Rattly does constantly, and his jumping is increased. The Snaky Chanty is appropriately playing. The Ellie Spirit is represented by 4 Squirtles. The Squirtles favor their neutral special Water Gun, which Ellie uses a similar ability in Donkey Kong Country 3. You battle it out on Jungle Japes as Snaky Chanty plays. The Professor Chop Spirit is being represented by Donkey Kong on Congo Falls. DK is immune to any sort of disabling items, and banana peels are littering the field. Jungle Hijinks is playing during the battle. The Critter Spirit is represented by fellow Kremling King K. Rool. King K. Rool's defense is up, and like the critter from Bongo Blast as pictured, has a rocket belt to represent the racing game. The jungle level music playing. The Zinger Spirit is represented by a Pikachu in the Great Cave Offensive. The Great Cave could represent the caves and caverns you explore where Zingers occupy in the Donkey Kong Country games. The arena item appears to represent the stinging action of the Zingers, and the ability to throw items are increased. You battle it out on Sticker Bush Symphony, a nod to the Bramble levels where Zingers also tend to live. The Claptrap Spirit is represented by a tiny King K. Rool, and the Claptrap Assist Trophy being summoned at the start of the battle. You battle it out on Congo Jungle, while Crocodile Cacophony plays. The Captain K. Rool Spirit is represented by King K. Rool, as Captain is one of his many cosplays. You battle it out on the Halberd, which represents Captain K. Rool's flying ship from Donkey Kong Country 2, the Flying Croc. He favors his neutral special, the Blunderbuss, a move Captain uses in the final battle in the game. This stamina battle has Crocodile Cacophony playing. The Tiki Tech tribe is represented by a team of 4 Diddy Kongs, potentially nodding to each Diddy representing a member of that tribe. This is a no-frills battle on Congo Falls as Jungle Hijinks plays. The Lord Fredrik Spirit is represented by fellow Donkey Kong antagonist King K. Rool. The ice floors on the summit work well to represent the final battle with the Snowmad leader. Swinger Flinger is playing. The Kip Spirit is represented by 4 Yoshis with rocket belts, a nod to Bongo Blast, the game where Kip made his first appearance. You battle it out on Yoshi's Story as Boss 2 DK Jungle Climbers is playing. The Kalypso Spirit is represented by 4 Wendy Koopas with rocket belts, a nod to Bongo Blast, the game where Kalypso first and only appeared if I'm not mistaken. Her speed is also increased, possibly a nod to her stats in Bongo Blast, where she has top boost and great speed. You battle it out on Congo Falls with Boss 2 DK Jungle Climber playing. The Karate Kong Spirit is represented by Ryu on Congo Falls. You have limited jump abilities, and Ryu's up attack is increased, and it is a stamina battle. The Battle for Storm Hill plays, a song from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat where Karate Kong made his first and only appearance. The Ninja Kong Spirit is represented by fellow Kong Donkey on the Distant Planet stage, a nod to the battle with Ninja Kong in Jungle Beat as you battle him on top of a mountain while it's raining on the Durain Kingdom. DK's knees and kicks are upped in power, and the Battle of Storm Hill plays. And that is all the Donkey Kong Spirit battles. Even a casual Donkey Kong fan would have a hard time knowing all of them, but now with the knowledge, I hope you can all enjoy the Spirit battles just a little bit more. Thank you for joining me here at the Nintendo Network. What Donkey Kong Spirit battle did you enjoy the best? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider helping out on Patreon. Now if you'll excuse me, it's time to continue my spirit journey and get the rest of the footage for these videos.